Hello everyone, welcome to another UConn UPDC construction project update. My name is Luquette. Today is May 24th, 2017. We're going to be taking you through the progress on our Gampel Pavilion ceiling and roof replacement project. This will be our second video in the series. If you go back, the first video was on our design mock-up. The design was chosen, the contractor was selected, mobilized, and we're beginning the actual. Next week will actually be the production. We're going to take you through what's happened so far. So basically, the Gampel interior pavilion has been prepped for the beginning of production, as I said, next week. And part of the process was all the bleachers were pulled back in. The floor has been completely covered and the joints taped of plywood in through here. Okay, we see the scoreboard has the scaffolding was built up around it. There's protection around the scoreboard. All the banners were removed and are stored off to the side. Actually, as we pan around, we see that communications has a time-lapse camera set up, which you're seeing right over here in section 5. And then finally, again, the other scoreboard is protected in through here. All of the HVAC systems have been protected so that no dust gets in through here. Plastic is going up in particular areas in through here. Alright, so what we've got going on over here as we look, this section will be our interior mock-up in through here. So our original was a mock-up on design. We chose the design through that process. The contract went out, a contract was awarded, and that's what's happening up in through here. And we'll explain to the details, the intricate details in just a second. As we continue to pan around, you can see these will be our workstations in through here. And we'll get a closer look. There are some of the panels over in here that have been removed in through here. So to date, we're going to show you a drawing actually on the interior. So the construction process is, this is the cupola up in here, is going to start at the cupola. We can see that the roof panels, the interior ceiling panels have been removed right in this section right here. So the installation process will be in a circular motion from the center cupola around like this, and then eventually working down towards individual sections on through here. We're now looking at a drawing that shows our numbering system, and we have a numbering system for several reasons. One, so we can track the schedule, quality control, and the dome is spherical, so the sections are pretty much identical as they go around the sphere. So we're broken up. We actually have 22 weeks of production, and our end date is October 29th, which leaves enough time to refinish the basketball courts ahead of the upcoming season. But to explain it to you a little bit, we're going to start here. This is the cupola area, and you'll see inside we've already started removing some of these panels in through here. Then they're going to move to this rings. We're calling these ring sections in here. This will be the first set of rings in through here. And then there'll be the next set of rings in production. They'll move in through here. This will be our second set of rings in through here. And they're marked 3, 4, and 5. This will be rings 6 and 7. They'll move to this rings right in here. And I'll show you on the interior exactly how they're going to move in a circular fashion around here. This is almost to the real tapered point of the roof, or the steep part. And you'll see when we show you some videos on site. And then after this section, sections or rows 6 and 7 are complete, then we'll move to these individual sections, one at a time. So eventually the idea is to have 2 crews working down in through here. And the total panels is 2,016 panels that need to be completed. So we're looking for an average of close to 20 panels a day. And the contractor will be working 6 days a week. But this is a great numbering system that's in place for us to be able to track both the quality control and the schedule on the project. So brief description on how the panels get down. Some of the smaller panels will be belayed down individually, and some of the larger panels will go up and down through in this tugger system. Pretty unique process we have here. This is run off of air. There's a compressor outside. The cable on this giant come-along pulley runs up through. There's another pulley we have up above on the cupola in through there, and then there's a system or network of system of cable that goes onto the roof that will be able to drop each individual hexagon. And we'll go up and take a closer look on the roof with a center gasket in the middle and then the 6 sides of this project. So we have the ceiling replacement that's going on, we have the roof repairs that's going on, and then we also have the catwalk. We have some hardware replacement. So it was determined that some of the hardware needs to be replaced, and during that process some of the points of attachment are going to be changed also. So there's been a new analysis on the equipment that's on there compared to the original installation. So we'll keep an eye on that through our process. So there'll be a new cabling system, and there'll be a new points of attachment also. What a great opportunity to be up on top of the catwalk. We can get a great look at where we're going to be placing the mock-up over in through this section over here. We're looking forward to that this week to be completed. Next Tuesday, after Memorial Day, we expect to be in full production in through here. And again, a great opportunity to take a look. This is the cupola up in here, a cage underneath the cupola. So originally there was a basket that went up and down. You can see the cable system up in through here. Some of the panels that are stacked right here that have been come down, some of these were original, some of these were part of the mock-up. But to take a quick peek here, it's pretty simple. It's an aluminum light gauge frame that wraps around. It's a U-shaped frame we're looking at here. That's where the fabric is attached to here. There's a layer of insulation inside the frame in through here, and then there's another loose layer on the top right in through here. And that's the pretty simple design on the panels. These are about ready to get rewrapped in through here. And you can get an up close look. You can see how just through the years the original facing is compromised, is chipping, spalling, you know, pretty much you can see it as we look closely. You know, chunks of it are just coming out. All right, very exciting. Well, quick explanation of a little change we had to the project. So the original glue was really stuck on here, and the contractor was having a pretty hard time taking the adhesive off to be able to establish a good bond. So this is what it was originally. These panels here have been cleaned. You can see how the surface here is immaculate for the bonding of the new double stick tape on through here. Scaffolding that takes up on top of the pool roof, and then there's another scaffolding. We'll show you that in a second. Quickly, top of the pool roof, galleyway, so that the roof isn't damaged and fall protection is taken care of. Second scaffolding, the gutter, and there we get a chance to watch the roofer. They have to individually climb their way to the top through the ropes you see. We're standing right over the top of the panels that we saw, the ceiling panels that we saw removed down inside. So they're struggling a little bit here because they have to put the existing battens back in. We're waiting for the new ones to come in. We're waiting for the panels to get finished down below. A couple of leaks they're working on, making sure that they temp this product in. Again, this is the main hub through here. There'll be a gusset cap over the top. So you can see the gasket is not really sealing. The gasket's 30 years old, broken down a little bit. But they'll get it. So eventually the process hopefully will be that we'll remove this panel, we'll drop the ceiling panel, it will get refaced, come back up all in the same time. The aluminum panel go back on, the new gaskets, new battens, and it'll be done. So it takes a while for this whole process to get going. And again, like I said, today's May 24th, Memorial Day weekend coming up. We're hoping to get started next week. So as we talked about earlier, I'm going to show you on the drawing the sections marked in the yellow tape that separate the roof through here.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's take a minute and describe a little bit of the challenge the contractor's facing here. You know, it's tough. So this section right in here is the section we were looking at. That's been, the metal panels from the roof were removed, the ceiling tiles, pads have been dropped. So in the meantime, while they're fixing the pads, they had to temp this area. They've had to put it all back in. And just as we had mentioned, so this is 30-year-old products. The batten joints are cracked a little bit here. This is what you're actually looking at right here. This is actually the panel as it comes in. This is just a big gop that was under the gusset cap in here. This is the same, although it's a new color, it hasn't been exposed to the weather of the panel in through here. So it's hard for us to tell. We're looking at the discoloration. That means water has been sitting up in here for a while. You know, does it get caught into here? But this is new recent caulk. There was a little bit of water found on the court that was covered in plastic last night's rain. Meantime, they've tried to seal every little section up and through here. Again, the goal would be if we can get to the point where we take the panels off, rebuild the ceilings, put it back up, put the panels on with new gaskets and everything brand new, and then just get out of the area. That would be the key. You got to remember, when I showed you the catwalk, all of the new supports for the catwalk come down through the center of these structural gussets. When I showed you inside, that was also the same gusset that you saw on the sandwich side of the beam on the other side. So this is that same structural element, same piece on the other side on the bottom. Giant rivets that go through the top here. These the dome panels, this thin gauge metal is very soft, so the process is to step and walk on the battens on the way up, and you can just see, you know, some of the puckers that are in the roof. So much different look up close. Again, we're going to come back to this spot because this is the critical spot on the whole job. It's always at the joints, never really in the field. So you can see here where the guys cleaned up. I just showed you that was actually the panel that went through here. This was the caulk that was running through here. So this is the joint, the transition joint, where the batten comes right in here. This is the potential spot. And you can see in the past where they had to put a lot of caulk in here. So we're going to really look at this area right in through here, make sure we get a good seal before the cap. Because the cap is the primary seal, but it's really, this is the secondary seal in here that really... quickly, the new gasket came in this week, so we just put one piece up for a mock-up. This was the original submittal down here, you can see down below. Didn't quite seal as well. So this is the new piece right in here. Looks to be a much better fit. The engineer will look at it, we're assuming approve it, and they'll go into mass production on that product. Again, today is May 24th, 2017, and we thank you for your interest in our university projects.
Remember to subscribe to our UConn UPDC YouTube channel. Once subscribed, under subscriptions, to the right, under the bell, a check next to send me all notifications for this channel with a save. This way, anytime we add a project or update a project, you'll receive an automatic email. We thank you for your interest in our university projects. Have a great day.